Bueno. मारने क्या देख कोई है ही नहीं मेरे पास क्या लोग है हरामी भाई प्लेयर तुम्हें डुओ अभी रैंक करूंगा ब्रो अब तो रैंक नहीं कर सकता सो वी कांट ये देखा मेरे को फ्लैट हाँ कौन से रैंक पे हो आपको पता ना ओल्ड नाइस हाँ या नो बोलो तो भाई मैं तो बोला ना and Martin आराम पे क्यों आ गया भाई? मैं लुक के आराम से ऐसा है वो। हेलो हेलो, बोल भाई। अरे ना बोला ना, कितना बार बोलना पड़ता है। इतना सुबह सुबह से ऐसे ही आ गया रे बाबा। ओ या आयरन प्रो वेलकम। बोलचे आपका क्या हाल है रे बाबा। ओका मत डॉग। ये ऑटोमेटिक का टिप्स दो, जल्दी बेटर रन करे भाई। अभी ऑप्टिमाइजर से तो होगा बट उतना भी नहीं होगा। मैं भी करा था बट उतना नहीं चला एक्चुअली। तो आपको सीपीयू खरीदना होगा। ये सीपीयू बेच गया मैं ना। मैं ऑनलाइन हूँ। हाँ तो खेलो तो फिर, हो जा। कोई नहीं लड़ा है साला। मैं भी ऑनलाइन हूँ। अभी मेरे पास सही है आपका। मिनी मिला मिनी। कनेक्ट कर दे रहा है हर एक गोली। तो गन से मार रहा है वो। गेम तो वो चलाता है। खाना कौन चला है भाई? बोलना कहाँ है, मार्कर में नहीं देता है। भाई ग्लीच है देखो उसको। बेस्ट चिड़ा हुआ है ना भाई। একটুর মধ্যে বলতাম আছেন। भाई चीटर है भाई, ये कंफर्म चीटर है। कि मेरे को भी उधर से जाते हैं मारा था। फिर चाहिए एक सीरियसली भाई, ये बात बार बार डिवाइड करना है। वो ब्रॉन्ज बंस का ही बंदा होगा, मैं देखूंगा लास्ट में। खाली दे रहा रहना वो तो देगा ही टेस्ट भी नहीं है नाइस वे देखना इधर सीधा लेट आएगा गेम है क्या या मैं जो क्या नॉक हो उससे रुको ज़्यादा ही अच्छा स्नाइपर चला रहा था नहीं तो ब्रॉन्ज का कुछ पीडीआर मैच हिस्ट्री इससे नॉक हो ना हमें रैंक का पहला मैच है इसका 560 का डैमेज 2 ही मैच खेला है इसे इसे थोड़ी जज करते हैं ईपीपी खेलता है ये ईपीपी स्क्वाड रैंक भाई तो रैंक खेलते हैं नहीं जैसे मार रहा है अरे भाई ईपीपी देखो ईपीपी में कुछ है ही ना कर दो तो तेज
Germany. Oh, this is different though. Look at
पबजी
Korea.
का मैच भी शुरू हो गया
Korea did. They actually opted to do this yesterday, but instead of going onto drumstick, they actually just took the road. Right. This time they're actually opting to go behind Germany. And I wonder if that's because they saw Germany there the other day.
That's my assumption is they want to try to avoid any fighting early on those edges, and they're going to try to come in through Vaidamar, and then you're going to run into the Philippines, which is not a team you want to necessarily be bumping into, because they are going to take a fight, and they aren't going to be shy about it.
No, not at all. But I do really love that feature where we now see like we're all of Germany.
कर भी नहीं रहा है करो। हट ना, ऊपर से फुट आ रहा है ये रहता है भाई। पहले मैं शॉटगन मारा भाई, फिर भी उसका लग गया। हाथ डैमेज लगा उसको बस, सीरियसली मेरे पैर में बैठे हैं, मैं भूल रहा हूँ हटने के लिए उसको। हाँ मोमेंट
territory. Lil Ghost just gets caught. You know, he is more of an IGL, so he wants to kind of be that guy who's out there getting the info, being that solo player. You see it with like T-Bone on the UK, has kind of a similar idea at times. And you can see here a replay of how the Philippines got it done versus Germany. There is no way
he didn't miss a shot there on Briggs. That is unlucky.
That is nasty shooting.
And you know what I love about Thailand is they actually took this position now that Korea left, Germany left that door wide open. This is actually such a good spot in the south. You can push that hill of Argentina, and then you're essentially just pushing on foot with your back clear up to center circle. So I really like what Kiss is doing, providing that forward scout for his team of Thailand.
I agree with you fully. I like to play south to north in the southern part of Miramar. It is one of my favorite ways to kind of approach the game. Keep everything behind you. Worry about what's going on in front of you. I learned that from old school Navi. That was like that was where I was like, man, I like the way they do this, and it could work in my regular games. We have the 3 members that are still alive for China, trying to harass Vex. Gets over the hill. The car though rolling. Not sure if he's going to be able to recover it out. But look what happened to Rouse Jr. there. He's trying to rotate and he gets caught.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. A little wonky as we now see USA and the UK battling it out, but no significant damage going out for either team. In fact, it's the duo of UK that are now trying to just consolidate with Vex and Bard. And still, this split is actually, this is just a fight between the 2 splits. And this is where we saw that crazy finish with Tonvu.
Yeah, so the UK is going to have to try to just tuck right underneath this sheer ledge, just like we saw yesterday. And they have to try to hunker down. The real concern is going to be teams like Indonesia do have a little bit of an angle in there. I see a few shots, but...
What is Iron भाई? टीम कर रहा होगा देखो। वॉच पार्टी करेगा बोला था। अगर पबजी का बात करें तो किल्ला कम कर दिया उन्होंने। अभी डेल्टा फोर्स खेलता है फिलहाल 80% टाइम। Impala. Okay. Yes, करा भाई। मेरे को लगा नहीं देखा था वो। हट बे मेरे को सीन में ही नहीं दिखा
Shots there onto sparking as well. So looking for an opportunity to just hamstring Brazil. They're on the outside of the new circle looking in. Grenade there right on the money from Shrimzy. Alo as well had found a knock with the Dragon off, and here comes the USA.
Beautiful stuff. I was about to say, I'm curious if USA have spotted out their next play, but it's just going to be straight into the arms of the UK. And for the USA, that was light work.
We get a USA.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you guys were working the first day of the finals and Korea would go down, the crowd started cheering for USA. It was awesome.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
They have like their secondary favorites.
They
it's kind of
do,
cool.
yeah.
I really like it. As Vietnam doing some work onto Poland there, taking one player down, DraftKings gonna drive right into them. Damage done both ways, but Cappy actually gonna find one. What are you doing up there, Capitan? Oh my God! It almost got Poofa. Oh, he gets hit by the car. Tanmu gets knocked, trying to reach out. Korea doing some damage. The superstar for this event for Vietnam gone.
That's the difficulty of this circle. We talked about it. There's nothing to play. The edges that already are occupied, that's pretty much it. And if you're a team like Denmark, you're very happy because you're the only team that's somewhat safe in the conflict.
मेरे को फॉलो कर दिया इंडिया में कोई इंडियन है नहीं
Number two. Come here. Number two. Nice. Nice.
कोड भी तो नहीं आ रहा है भाई। ऑफ करो बेटा को आ रहा क्या यहाँ से गाड़ी लेकर फिर जाना होगा क्या
Wait. Let's go.
50 सेकंड है भाई जब कहाँ से जाओ अगर गाड़ी है बढ़िया अगल बगल है क्या? क्या फेंकूं? एक तो डीएमआर चाहिए, डीएमआर। कहाँ चला गया देखो घर पे? कब है भाई?
Stop driving.
मेरे पास क्या है भाई? अरे लेकर आता हूँ। Very good. Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. Vietnam can't save their IGL, but
160 पॉइंट पे
get into a new spot. They're still center circle. They're still going to be a threat in the later stage of this game for sure.
I would say this is arguably better for them because they can actually flex out now without having to worry about Denmark. Meanwhile, Denmark in that compound, while it is great positionally, they kind of have a ridge to their south they can't see past, and realistically, the only teams they can try to punish are the ones to their north.
Rex, not ready for him out of the angle. Takes a whole bunch of damage. Chris just gets shut right down. So Lalsey gonna put a headshot into him. Gustav finds a knock onto Germany, and they're getting shot from a bunch of different directions. Breck somehow still alive.
Yeah. And former enemies, now somewhat teammates. You saw Gustav helping out Vietnam. And it's just down to one member now. from Germany as Brex will go down. And Korea, meanwhile, just off to the side on this in a fantastic position for themselves this early. This is truly a wonderful position they found.
Yeah, and I'm sure for Korea today, they feel like they're probably playing with, you know, free money in a way, because they're like, look, it's almost impossible that we catch Vietnam, so why not just go out fragging? Yeah, who cares? You know, just have fun with it, get the best you can, and, you know, put on a show for the hometown fans.
And that's very scary. A Korea like that, with that mindset, is very scary for this lobby. Because we already saw what they were capable of early in day one.
They can frag, there's no doubt about that. And when you have a player like Seoul on your team, who is just nasty, he was so hungry to get back onto a global stage, show what he's got. You know, that's going to be a big piece of this puzzle. 2-2 split for Indonesia, as they send a couple players up on a high mountainside. In fact, they're doing two different high mountains there in the southwest edge. That's kind of interesting there.
Yeah, but the way that Indonesia has positioned themselves in most of these early game circles, they're just not interested in getting messed with at all. They tend to come in the mid game fairly unscathed. And we kind of saw that when they initially fought on the west side of that last game. Again, just avoiding the early game or even causing some issues in the early game. Just taking advantage. Isn't necessarily super congested. That's
फोंग चलते फोंग अंदर को ऑरेंज पे मेरे को पकड़े जाते बात यार ऐसे सब भाग जाते हैं भाई स्मार्ट कार्ड छोड़ के उठा भाई मार कर एक जगह पे दूंगा चला जाएगा पिछले जगह पे मिस हो गया रे बाबा
Last one yellow. One right. Yellow. Yellow mark. Door. Hey, number 2. Door. Nice, good job. Chip. Chip. Yellow chip. Thank you, thank you.
गेम कैसे हो गया था मेरी। जल्दी जाओ बे। है ही ना, जोन भी आ रहा है। साटा भाई, साटा हुआ है देखा।
Behind, behind, behind. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
ग्लिच है वो भाई।
Hey, come, number two. Pick up.
कहाँ से मार रहा है? दिखाई नहीं भाई वो तो उसमें।
Yeah, and they tried to punish the hell out of China, but they just couldn't because it was, I think, Indonesia and Thailand initially just taking shots, getting them off of that angle. But man of the match, DraftKings, no surprise whatsoever, almost 1,000 damage and 5 kills. One of those being stolen. He got 4 knocks, but yeah, just great stuff. And he was the, remember, C4 and DraftKings. Remember, that's a synonymous duo right there. And he's only going to get better once he learns, once he appears get more time with it.
He's got a 4 in his name, so I guess that's maybe
That's a really good point.
maybe that's it. It's got no C though, so I don't know. As we look at the match leaderboard, like you said, 21 points for Argentina, 14 for Chinese Taipei. Hey, I'm seeing a little bit of a, a little bit of a comeback maybe.
I mean, if Leo can have a great comeback and a last great hurrah day where they kind of dig themselves out from last place, I think that'd be a great send-off for him.
I'd be thrilled. I truly would. I mean, a player that I've been casting for so long. Would love to see him just really pop off today like he did a bit yesterday. As we take a look at the total leaderboard here, see exactly where we stand. It is a gap that is continue to widen. Vietnam now, I mean, what is that, 43 points ahead of China?
Yeah, and the thing is, China was really the only team that can stop them, and they have not had good games so far. The Myanmars have not been kind to China. Vietnam continues to just find those salvage points. I mean, look at it. You know what's crazy about this leaderboard? Look at the kill difference. Vietnam has 109 kills, which means that they have more points in just kills alone than every team from third down.
That's bonkers. That's absolutely bonkers. All right, guys, well, we are going to take a short break here at PNC. Don't go anywhere. Tego and Rondo are on the horizon. We'll be right back.
और अच्छा नहीं तेरे यार कैसे आ गया ये
Brazil there reaching out to take down
Yeah.
some players from Norway.
From Norway.
They're pretty close to each other now.
The problem is I don't think Brazil's going to get guns and vehicles as fast as they did. I mean, that response
ले लो भैया।
from Brazil. You can see now Korea and Cuban. They're just going for go doc.
My short king. Actually, it was really cute. I got to see him out in the halls before the event. He was up there with his family.
Oh, nice.
He's come to support
That's
him
awesome,
today,
dude.
so just said hi to them. And
That's
yeah.
so awesome.
You love to see it, right? The support that the families bring out.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's a Western circle. Yeah,
Okay,
that
I'll
is
take this. I'll take this over a Southern one.
a little hop-ho action.
We've never seen a circle end in Hoppo, but we have seen circles end in that area just to the east of it, the compounds. In fact, look at the amount of res centers that there are in this area. That's kind of huge, and an opportunity for some of these teams, if it does Western shift.
That's
they're
really
gonna be able to do
interesting.
it. But
yeah.
we do have an interview with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Sparky.
Jogar Nations Cup é sempre muito divertido e muito legal, porque estamos representando nossa bandeira, nosso país, ao invés de nossa bandeira. Nós da seleção brasileira somos jogadores com muita paixão, somos jogadores muito alegres, muito simpáticos, gostamos de falar com todo mundo e competição e alegria para esse campeonato e para todos vocês que estão assistindo. Eu vim de muito longe, vim de 22 horas de voo, então não posso voltar com as mãos vazias. Queremos voltar com o troféu.
Oh, and a gentleman. That's what he said.
Sparking is just one of the over the last couple of years, and just the ability that he has portrayed in game, but also the person he is out of game. You know, the way he's been able to support himself and his family now because.
He actually does a lot.
He does so much for them.
He is just a.
Hey, goalie.
I always love to see at events that I can't wait to give a hug and talk to because he's just such a great. He's got a fire. And that's what I like. That's one of the things I like about him, though. I mean,
and he's a. Let me tell you from experience, he's a massive troll outside of the game. Good people, though. Good people. Australia in last place. That is not something I would have expected.
No. It was hard for me, like, if I were to power rank these teams coming in to like, this lobby, I would have had a pretty tough time outside of, like, the top 3 or 4. I felt like there's a lot of potential on so many different teams. Yeah. So, like, but the Australia is the one where I'm just like, they should be middle of the pack at worst.
At worst, agreed. 100% agreed. They should be middle of the pack, like 9th, 10th, 11th, again, at the very worst. But, you know, it is what it is. This lobby is very difficult. These games have been very difficult. The circles have not been kind. And quite frankly, Australia has run into the wall that is the Philippines. So it's no surprise that they actually do find themselves struggling. But I would venture to guess that I don't think they're going to end in last place.
Okay. I
still have faith. I still have faith.
I don't know. I mean, there's so many good teams down at the bottom of that leaderboard right now that I'm just like, none of you are. Nobody deserves to be down there. You know what I mean? Like,
Somebody has to be though.
I know.
Someone has to eat it.
That's what makes me sad. But it is part of the game, and that's what makes it fun. Is every little thing matters in this game. Every position matters in the long run. For all these players, they want to do as much damage as they can here, get as high up on that leaderboard as possible. As we take a look at the replay.
See what happened here. Okay, we got a.
Did he hit the wall? Did he?
An E pickup. Interesting. Where are we going with this?
Is it just a fake?
A bait?
Is he gonna get gunned down on the way out? This is long.
Yeah, this is a very long. Oh, okay. All right.
That is the most anticlimactic.
I thought we were going somewhere. I mean, I was in constant suspense.
You know what? I imagine if Argentina then gets on that thing and they're like, you know what? Thanks, Delta.
You know what the storyline is, though? I think the storyline is that he got away.
He did.
He got away.
He's good at that.
He's slippery.
He is slippery.
So look at the kills of the top 5 leader in the final stage. Ace left #1. Who would have thought? Never heard of this guy before.
Yeah, no, never. You never expect him to do well.
Little Goso again, this has been a very good event for him overall, especially with his mortars. Those things are like heat-seeking missiles. As he's now driving dangerously close here to the Philippines. A crate for USA. Many crates for USA.
Have we seen any trigonometry? Have we seen Tiggleton?
We have not seen
trigonometry.
any. We have not.
That's
I don't
sad.
even think he's touched a mortar this entire event.
Should we just go yell at him like?
Yeah, get on.
Next break, just get on there. I'm just gonna
go
walk
now.
down there and yeah, Tiggleton, we need a mortar.
I'll
This is
hold
his
this
map
down.
for mortars too,
It is
right?
actually. This is where we saw that mortar. It was up near Army Base, in fact, where he pinpointed a mortar straight onto. I'm trying to remember whose head it landed on, but my memory is failing me greatly. As Korea now rotating in, and again, we're just taking it slow because all these teams have. The way the circle panned out and the way that the plane path was, all of these teams were able to safely get inside the circle. Barring a few outliers, you do see Germany up there to the north, Taipei to the east, and then Brazil making their way to the south next to UK. But everyone else is set up, which means that even though this first circle is
There's still a weird world where this like hard shift scored like 3 times in a row, and all of a sudden we're on, you know, up by Palace or something like that. That is still very possible. I still would love to see a circle on that little island that's out there. Don't think it's possible in this circle because usually, like, if it's gonna be one of the little islands, it has to be like
super far.
Inside the pins. Inside the pins.
There's still a significant amount of water. It is raining. Is going to find BB, so that's going to be a knock. Not able to confirm just yet. Dolphy with the cover. This is all happening just on the edge of the house.
Well, this was just kind of like a bit of a waiting game here between these two teams. Needs to get over on the other side of the river if possible. So for Korea, they just caught Beamy out by this rock. Yubin should be confirming the point. Ooh, he had to make that quick. He knew that he was going to get shot. So it is going to be Raining confirming the kill.
Okay, so at least a point, but now we got to get Raining out of the situation. Guman also eats a headshot. Oh, it's so close, but I think he's good. He's gonna make it out of there. You can see his helmet got tapped.
Just barely, dude. Oh yeah, look at that. He has almost no level 2 helmet left. That's a feels bad man, but maybe they can find him another one somewhere in the vicinity. In the meantime, it is Brex up in the air. Our top gun here for PNC. I would love to see a stat.
Yeah, of who the best pilot is?
Yeah. Who's got the most airtime? Like, that'd be sick.
He's got his flight.
अभी वॉच पार्टी का टाइम है लेट्स गो
Open yourself up, but they don't have much time here left to get this res on a savior. They have to basically get behind this hill and then immediately stop, get out, and go for it. Yeah, just took too long.
Close,
just took too long.
I mean, they're probably gonna get a res off, so they have a station here to the east, just off outside the circle. They'll be okay. Dude, there's so many times where I see a fight, I'm like, oh man, that sucks. They only have 2. I'm like, wait a second, they can res. What am I thinking?
It's hard to get it in your system. Even though I play a ton and we use it all the time, well, I mean, it's being in esports.
We've been using it for a long time in pubs, right? Everyone has, but I love that it's in esports. I really, really do. Now, this shift is very, very devastating for the teams that are on the west, but more importantly, it's going to cause so many teams to bunch up in the center here and possibly on top of Vietnam, which is going to be more points for them potentially. In fact, one of those teams going towards them right now is going to be Poland.
So good news for Korea is you opened up the bridge space to make the first rotation ahead of Denmark by getting that kill on the Beamy. The bad news is Philippines was there. Now they actually aren't going to try to set up any kind of encirclement or try to take a big fight against Korea. They're actually coalescing into a 4-man force just to the east of the fishing camp.
Yeah, and Poland doing wise to just get the hell away from Vietnam, but I say that, and they're actually crushing on the north side. The other split, look at the amount of control that Vietnam has on this. Himas is going to find a beautiful spray with that 4X. Not sure if he's going to be able to get the flush, but that's going to be the bells ringing for Vietnam to get aggressive and finish Poland.
Look at the angles they're taking into this fight. They have these extra little bits of cover. DeltaYT actually finds a knock from afar with the Mark 12. Headshot lands. The best team in terms of headshots just continuing on their reign of terror. Grenades are out here. Poland scrambling to get to some level of safety, but Marsalek, he's a little bit ahead of the curve. He might be able to do some damage.
Yeah, he's sitting in the smoke.
Oh no, it's Soul.
We lied. We're liars.
I feel bad. Sorry, Marsalek.
Yeah, that's gonna be a rough one. Fex is gonna find Malrush, so Chinese Taipei lose another member as Vietnam just casually cleaning up what's left of Poland. Is gonna be Cappy and Pufa, and yeah, that nade probably gonna be enough. Sure enough. Man, just so clean. No time wasted whatsoever, not even a knock incurred, which means that USA, even if they wanted to, can't find anything off of this.
I'm listening to the Vietnam fans. A couple flags
It's
up there.
so awesome, man.
Dude, that is unbelievable how good they did that. That was just
Flawless.
so efficient.
Just flawless.
The way they come into those fights, using those little hills in front of those long, they're not
It's like a green. It's
well, they're for farming, that's
yeah.
for sure.
Again, we're not farmers.
Chai Wei gets a knock, but he's immediately traded here. BL doing a good job to bail out sparking the IGL for Brazil this go around. And they've actually established their foothold. Nobody else on Chinese Taipei really in a position to challenge this.
No, and you can see UK kind of trying to maybe see what's going on over here. They have a good ridge that they can play from, at least get some sightlines onto the fight between Brazil and Norway. You can see Beamy coming. Oh no.
Oh, is that
10 trip.
Philippines who hit that shot?
Yeah, 10 trip.
Jeez, dude. That is a long-range shot, too. To hit a parachuting player, that's like 600 meters.
Yeah, that's no joke. James is going to find man. Chinese Taipei, just their problems continuing. It's just down to Savior. And on the edge in between two teams. It's not looking good for him. And, oh my goodness, 6 HP.
Gonna need to live up to his name. Try to get some extra points any way possible for Chinese Taipei, but he's in a horrible position. Norway knows he's there. Brazil probably knows, but now they're kind of dealing with the UK over to the west of their current position. Circle keeps a lot of water in, keeps the fishing camp in. Vietnam now, fairly spread out. If somebody can like suss out that situation, they have the opportunity to maybe crash and eliminate an individual player of Vietnam. It's just who would want to do that? Who would want to crash Vietnam right now?
Well, it's not going to be any of the teams currently in the circle. I say that Argentina is actually driving straight at Vietnam, so it looks like one of our two South American teams is going to be the first to try it. Tanvu immediately pumping the brakes on that. Tanvu is going to find Capitan.
Capitan drove right into that angle. Just maybe wasn't expecting that there'd still be a couple players over in those longhouses. Himas is going to be the one to secure that point. Germany making their move. Brazil trying to get the hell out of there, and it's actually Aches left. He's going to find Sparking. Post ends up running him over and just driving out of there. They knew there was no hope of saving him. Biel kind of stuck there for a second. But it seems like Brazil has gotten away with losing just one so far. DraftKings able to find the knock on to Salalzi.
Okay, here we go. Argentina really firing up, and if they could get rid of Vietnam right here, right now, big confidence boost for them. As Germany also have tentatively found a position just to the north of this, right next to USA. And speaking of which, Brazil driving right in between USA and Germany.
Oh man, they need to get in the shack, but the door's on the other side and they're losing players trying to just get there. So out go some pieces of utility to maybe buy a little bit of extra space. The grenade gonna splash short. Alo finds another headshot with the Dragunov. DraftKings here right next to DeltaYT chasing him. Himas trying to bail him out, and it didn't even need it, really. Himas is already there. And now Argentina makes a move and they're paying the price.
It's just so ridiculous how clean they are. Again, even after they took a knock, it's just devastating efficiency here. As Vietnam will clean up Argentina, a second team now. USA, meanwhile, trying to get active, but their position being so good, there's really not a lot they can do.
I think Vietnam's gonna put up more than 200 points.
I think they are. I don't even think it's a question at this point.
what, you know what? I love seeing teams actually do this. I know a lot of people are like, it's boring. Like, the team's just running away with it. Are you kidding me? You get to see the best to ever do it. You know, at this point.
Yeah.
I love
this
to see
event's
dominance.
history. Yeah, there's no question. And again, there's still so much to play for. It's not like only first place is what matters. Yes, it's the biggest prize. Yes, it's what everyone wants, but there's still a lot to be gained from second all the way down to 8th.
Exactly, right. Behind all that, there's still all kinds of awesome storylines to follow.
Yeah.
12 out of this one. This is going to be Rossiter Jr. Breck's accidentally running over Zareth there. Not sure what happened in that situation. Looks like they were maybe trying to move some vehicles around. And Kiss gonna go down. It looks like they're gonna actually take some shots at the players that are trying to get there to save him. He's gonna be able to get there in time.
Yeah, we knew that shift was coming. We knew it was gonna go down south. That's why so many teams were willing to fight Vietnam in that central compound. I also want to point out how big that central compound is and how efficiently Vietnam has been able to hold it. But now, meanwhile, it's going to be Norway trying to find their way into the circle. They're going to be rotating right in between China and the Philippines. And guess what? They're looking to go right where every other team has failed, and that's right into the arms of Vietnam.
They may be able to get to at least an open house. It's just, is Vietnam going to allow them to settle in? Delwyn saying, nope, we're not even going to let you get there. We've already bought this real estate. We don't want any squatters. 8C, though, good for one, at least on top of Delwyn. Himas watching the angle from outside the door. Grenade going to ring out there. Oh, it bounces off the windowsill. Isn't going to get inside. That could have been devastating for Norway. A little bit of luck going their way. Tanvu going to shut the door. I think they're going to try to attempt the res. Himas, grenade in hand, sees AT running. Oh, you're just dead, AT.
Oh, my goodness! The angles are so perfect that Nade probably would have done it in case he missed his spray, but when have we ever seen Hamas miss a spray? Now putting the pressure onto the rest of Norway. Intense, the last one. And surely he's gonna get taken out.
Look at how well he knows those angles, too. He knows, he just saw you, you're done.
Come on! As clean as you like.
That's just perfection. I mean, you're witnessing one of the best to ever play the game. And that right there was a show. That was an absolute show. Ming Ming gonna line up with the mortars. For pretty close range. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It ain't safe.
Not as safe as he would have liked. And China have been using mortars to great effect this entire event. That one's gonna go in the open.
Just a bit outside.
But man, forget going for 200 points in the next few. They might just get it in this game alone. 11 kills already.
Yeah. Well, what was I thinking? I should have just said this game. I
You
looked
fool!
Like, damn it. All right, BRDM for Denmark. Maybe this makes somebody feel confident enough that they could crash Vietnam and not die on the way
Panzers,
in.
though, they have to be careful. The Panzers, that's a free knock. And make it a double. CJ will get Kenner and Dolphy. And you know what? We really have not seen any BRDMs in the final stage.
There's too much. This is actually something I was thinking about. We'll get to that in a second. Tentrip watching Gustav drive in. Gustav trying to let loose with some utility to buy himself some extra time. Delwyn now with a mortar. He's going to dial some in potentially. Algenbots lands a decent amount of damage onto Gustav there with the frag. Is he going to be able to read that he's gotten that close? Are these actually in the direction of that fight? I don't know. Grenade around the corner. Gustav actually jumps to the other side of the fence. Tentrip didn't even need it. CJ was there on the cross to watch for it. Now Beamy all on his own.
Yeah, the mortar actually landed very close to the Philippines. On top of one of those tents, and you can see Australia coming in from the blue. They're still not in, and they're gonna have to contend with a team like Germany or even Santastico or Korea up on the north side. And all these teams on the edge now, aside from the UK who have found a foothold into this, are going to struggle.
I do like that America got themselves into a nice position while Vietnam was fighting.
Yeah, very
on the
intelligent.
other side of the road. Yeah. That's a really nice read from those boys. UK is going to square up against China. More mortars. Nobody falling to them just yet. It's actually Setsuna from Indonesia. Finds a little bit of damage from afar. The Philippines hitting China in the back. They get a knock on a Ming Ming. Now Australia's going to try to make the move. Tentrip runs out of ammo, going for the reload. Actually, Algenbot's there to back him up a bit. Vard now letting loose with some frags. Are they going to connect there onto Aches left? The real question, Lil Ghost. Whoa, that was dangerous.
That's still very dangerous. Yeah, he's going to get picked out, plucked out. It's going to be the UK to find him as well with some help.
This is scary, scary, scary. China is just trying to find a way out of this position, but nobody's letting them. There's a knock. It's T-Bone from the UK, finds Aches left, so Xiao Wu and Ming Ming will be sitting in the back, just hoping they can get out of this some way, somehow, but the Blues about to be there. Their car can't be in the best of shape, I'm sure. Things going poorly for China in this one.
Well, and the other issue is that Thailand is starting to catch up. They only have 2 members up, but they've closed the gap to 16 points. China on the back foot, Ming Ming still trying to fight, and Xiao Wu with a huge opportunity there if he can find someone with that Panzerfaust, but Ming Ming's gonna fall to CJ. And the Philippines have just been on a tear this game. 8 kills, still 4 alive, although one of those is a knock in 10 trip.
I like this from the Philippines. There's already a battle happening over here. You got a knock into it. Oh, nice nade from Xiao Wu, though. But Xiao Wu is in the blue. Not sure if he's gonna have enough time to get that first 8 off.
Be close.
It's gonna be real close. Looks like he just does. That is really good news for him. See if he can find some more damage, find some more kills. Facts up on the rock, looking to eliminate the Philippines. The UK held this really nicely.
Yeah, and with a great opportunity here to clean up this edge and get some more kills. The problem is they're going to be right in front of Vietnam once they do finish, but if they're going to finish in this area, they need to make sure they get all the kills to compensate for what may wait for them as they head into the circle. Also, Indonesia, with such a wide split, they really have been uncontested, and there really aren't many angles to punish them, so they actually might be looking to punish the UK here, as now we are moving back over to Korea.
Santastico able to get up on top of the box to avoid the flames. Salute did get knocked on the way through. Zareth has the link, so Gumin goes down. This opens the door here for Santastico to do some damage. Here comes some blue grenades as well. All of a sudden, Korea's in trouble. Reigning the only one alive. He has to escape the blue zone. It's actually Mika's blue zone grenade that's gonna keep him alive. Oh, that was close.
That may actually give them an opportunity to recover. That second blue zone grenade was not close enough. He gets some smokes down. This is a real shot for Korea. The problem is they're still on the back foot. They have to push into Germany.
Nobody's gonna put any pressure on Germany,
No.
so Germany can just keep their eyes downhill. Simoy steps up, takes Vex down. Michael gonna claim the last player of the Philippines. CJ, 7th place for the Filipinos. And the UK holding on, but they've got a challenger behind them. Oh, look at all this level 3 gear that Germany has.
Yeah, I mean, they
Links.
are, I mean, just what else do they need at this point?
They have all my favorite guns.
Yeah, they have everybody's favorite guns. As again, Korea are gonna have to push into them. And it looks like here comes the push from the UK. This is pretty much the only play they got. So they just have to see if they can make it work. And the only saving grace is there's only 3 of Vietnam, but I don't think that matters because now there's only 2 of the UK.
Oh, that grenade on the money for Himas. Trick as well, trying to see if he can steal some of those points, but it's too late. Vietnam stands tall. Korea making their move now. They do lose a player on the way. It's Chris. Finds Salute. If that's a frag, they're in trouble. It just split the difference between Gumin and the knocked player in Salute. But now we're ready to rock and roll again. Our Germany let loose Zareth. He has found some decent damage so far. Salute about to bleed out, and he does. Oh my goodness, a Panzer II.
Yeah, an opportunity here. And that's gonna be a night. Oh no! What? Oh no, he walked in front of Seoul and it was a self-knock, a team knock. And that's gonna slow things down for them.
That happens sometimes.
It does.
It'd be like that. I mean, you know, you just think you can cross, or you got to make a move because you're getting, you know, hit from another angle and you're worried about it. That's okay. But Germany, I think they have a real good chance to get deeper into this game and take Korea out. Just spraying down, trying to find players. But Seoul at least has the comfort of this folding cover.
I mean, they're allowing Korea to recover though, and they have the man advantage. I mean, it was going to be down to a 4-on-2, but they did not step on the gas at all. In fact, they pumped the brakes fully.
Now a lot of smokes are there, and that's buying time for Korea to get these rests. Oh, sure, give them more level 3 gear, just what they need. Love to see. This is so funny, though.
Okay, bro.
I keyed.
Just win harder.
Yeah, why not?
And, you know, there was maybe an opportunity for Indonesia to kind of pounce on Vietnam because they were down to just 1 at that point after the fight with UK, but it didn't come. And now this is, I mean, this is the issue for the USA. They have had the best position since they moved into this position. They backfilled on a great play in order to take advantage of the fight that happened between Vietnam earlier and one of the multiple teams that crashed them, but there's been no angles for them to get any kills. I mean, they're coming into this with only 3.
Here's my question. Do you try to maintain that 2-2 split, or do you maybe group up a little bit more? What's your feeling?
I think with this, with how close those buildings are, I think this 2-2 split is still perfectly viable this late.
Okay. Soul got a knock on the ALO.
Of course, I say that, and you know, one of them gets knocked.
Well,
but
I think that's fine though, because Germany has to fight Korea.
yeah, there's no punish for that knock, so they'll be okay.
Oop, big explosion there. Vehicle goes up in flames. Somehow Soul finds a grenade. I don't know how he does it, but he keeps doing it, raining down again. Damage being returned. It's actually Vietnam helping out Korea from afar. Mali comes in just a bit too far there for them. Germany getting harassed from Emas on the side. He's happy to just keep farming the ADR. Soul up and over, can't win the battle. Korea falls.
Yeah, but look at the damage that was taken from Germany because of the angles that Vietnam had. Germany's now just down to 2, and they're outside of the circle, and it's gonna be Tan Vu to find another knock on Mika.
8 kills for Hemas, 4 for Tanvu, 4 for Delwyn.
16 kills, dude, come on. They're actually gonna hit 200 points this game.
Everybody else is just like, okay, we're done fighting Vietnam. We gotta fight each other. They're winning this thing. Let's see if we can do some more damage. It's gonna be Alo. Finds another nice Dragunov headshot. He's been popping this
just
game.
executed breaks. It's now the USA with a monumental task to hold off not only Vietnam, but you can see the split, and I love the positioning from Samoy, getting that anchor just in case one of the members of USA try to flex out of their building and get a different angle onto the fight with Indonesia. He's there to kind of stuff them.
That's a really nice angle, yeah. That's cool. Another phase to go, though. It's phase 7, gonna keep the rest of these players and teams inside of itself. Now we just wait to see how much of a difference phase 8 will make, where that center dot ends up lying. Vietnam, last couple of smokes there for Tanvu.
That's huge.
Pops that tire, that's nice.
And he is gonna get cut out of the circle. So if he doesn't have a vehicle to do so, he's gonna be stuck on the run. And now here comes Vietnam. Oh, the Panzer barely misses. And they're going all the way on a rapid trick is gonna find Tan Vu. That's gonna be a flush. Kickstart's gonna find Himas. Delwyn will fall to Tweety. And finally, the raid boss of the lobby will fall in 3rd.
Yeah. They just said, okay, we got one guy alive up there. Let's just see if we get at least one more point. And, you know, crashing one of these compounds is going to be way harder. At least get the guaranteed points, but they were thwarted in their effort. Now we get a sick 4v4.
Yeah, this sets up a very sick 4v4. I agree 100%.
Circle center is going to be, like, right outside of the compounds. Nobody's really got, like, a fantastic position on it.
Yeah, it's about as even as you're gonna get from the two teams. It's really gonna come down to Samoy for me. What is he gonna be able to do with that angle? And is he actually gonna have any impact? Because realistically, if USA want to, they know he's there. They can just fight on the east side of this and cut off all the angles that he would have.
Ah, all right. I worry about Simoy eventually. They might just blow up his car.
Yeah.
Even if they don't, it's gonna take an insane amount of smokes just to get out of there.
Well, he fortunately only lost 1 tire. We saw Vietnam shoot. Oh, he's taking shots, though, from that Dragunov. And now his vehicle's in the blue. So he might just be a given up frag, a given up life.
He's got no smokes. He has 3 frags. That's like the worst feeling ever, when you just know you're not going to really be able to put him in good use.
And his team, I mean, even if his team wanted to throw utility for him, he's just too far. He's just going to deny.
That's fair. That's completely fair, especially given the leaderboard situation. You can see USA on 83, Indonesia on 79.
Yeah, right behind him.
Totally makes sense there, but 3v4, doable. Hurdy-curdy, just taking a peek, trying to get some info, trying to gather the troops and make their move. Just gonna be doing a little jump peeking along the fence line.
That's a weird center circle because it literally is on the fence line paper, so it's gonna be... Yeah, losing Samoy is just really unfortunate because now they have to go into this in a 4-on-3.
It's almost about who's like gonna get closer to like the edge of a fence, or maybe a little bit sooner. But you can see that, you know, Kurt is just keeping an eye out. You can see there's maybe those barrels look pretty nice. I mean, that might be like a slight advantage to the USA potentially, but it's not much.
No, and now looking at Indonesia, there is a Panzer on the back of one of their players. I do love the high ground that they have, and I also love the fact that, I love even more, there we go, that they had smoked the roofs on the opposite side to make sure that if Indonesia, which they did have a player up there, wanted to use those angles on the high ground, they didn't really have anything to work with.
This is actually looking pretty decent for the USA if they can keep these players on the roof alive and doing damage. It's going to be really tough for Indonesia to get out. There's only one more smoke left in the bag for them, one stun, and then they have no frags, no mollies. Whereas, look at the USA, they have 12 stuns, they have 6 frags.
Yeah.
This should be USA's game.
It should be, and I really like that outside position. You see Kurt kind of holding, but hold on a second. Trick is gonna find Shrimzy. Brings us down to a 3-on-3. Nate now all that utility though, and Purdy Curdy is gonna go down. Oh no! This is falling apart for the USA.
Trick or treat. Well, right now, looks like it's gonna be a treat for Indonesia. Kickstart gonna try to hold the front line there. Alo lets loose with his last frag grenade, doesn't connect. Trick though, Panzer available, thinking about it, pushing forward. This could be tricky. He knows Alo's up on that roof. He's looking for the opportunity to just barrel stuff him. Switches back over, gets close without seeing anything. Now here come those stuns. Alo drops down behind him, gets the kill. Kick trying to keep Teddy pinned behind the folding cover. Sexton around the side, but Alo turns at the wrong moment.
Yeah, but Sessina's taking so much blue damage, and now he's slipping in with less than half health, and there's a Panzer now on the side of the USA. It's gonna be Purdy Curdy, he's gonna fire it, he's gonna get rid of T-Day, and now it is a 2-on-2, but no, it doesn't even matter. They're gonna...
Highlights from this one,
This was a crazy fun game, as we can see now.
Look at these sprays, man. And Vietnam, what do you do, dude? They're just so rock solid. I mean, they're just immovable. They take brilliant fights. They're so good at positioning. Obviously, their mechanics are outrageous. What are you gonna do? I mean, Delwyn.
I mean, what are you going to do? And so we saw so much as well. How many different teams were able to crash? And Vietnam was able to not only clean them up, but just clean them up so cleanly.
I'm trying to think. Argentina.
Brazil at some point. Germany got picked apart from distance.
Yep.
UK. They kind of crippled China.
Yeah.
They had, I think, 17, 18 kills at the end of that game.
Just bonkers, dude. Just absolute bonkers. Rex there. And this was okay for Germany, but this fight took forever. Like, they just couldn't finish the fight against Korea.
Yeah, they couldn't finish it in a relatively good time. And then again, that's Korea, right? Korea struggled in this game. They had that northern wrap. They had to deal with Germany, and then ultimately it was just too much pressure. And we saw that jumping Panzer, and it was USA to take the dub.
I love to see it though. At least the USA, you know, giving us a little bit of a show on our final day. We wanted to see them maybe be a little bit more competitive in this one for sure, given especially, you know, previous results at PNC,
Right.
but it hasn't been their best day.
No, it hasn't been their best day at all. But again, our next map we're heading into is going to be Rondo. And so that should be a fun one.
I love Rondo for the most part. There's a few parts of the map I'm not a big fan of, but
yeah,
mostly.
For me, it depends on where we go on Rondo,
Yeah.
right? I mean, test track is just so overplayed. We've seen that fight. Plus, the terrain there isn't super interesting, but man, down to the south, we have some amazing areas. Up in the north, we rarely get to see that quote-unquote Miramar-esque version of Rondo, but there's been some circles that have been there, been awesome. But again, 17 freaking kills. And they are at 100, I believe, at 90 points. USA did get 8 points, so that's 18 total for them moving forward. Indonesia as well with a solid game. And Germany was picking up kills at the detriment of Korea, but even still, a good game for them. But yeah, Rondo is going to be interesting just based on how much landmass there really is for these teams to play with, right? We saw some nonsense in Janetta City with Norway and with the Philippines when they were trying to get 10 trip up, but yeah, I'm just curious where we're gonna go for the final Rondo.
Yeah, me too. I'd love to see one, yeah, up in that northern area or northeastern area. I think I've only ever casted like 1 or 2 that have actually ended in the desert.
I think I've got like 1, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rare. Man of the match is going to be Kickstart with 2 kills there. A lot of damage though. Just not able to convert all of that into knocks and kills.
Yeah, but they were able to win the game, and that's a big boost for them as they're fighting for that top 5 spot.
Yeah, no, I mean, you need to keep going. Everybody's going to be looking at leaderboard, but you've been saying so much to fight for underneath all of that. As 22 points in a game that you don't win.
Well, they didn't even get second or third. they got fourth that game, but yeah. Or no, they got 5th place, but USA getting 18, you have Indonesia with 12, Germany consistently getting point after point. The Philippines, man, the Philippines has been my favorite part as far as like my favorite surprise, I would say.
Me too. I'm so happy that they're playing well. I'm just so happy that they got an opportunity. I think this region has had really good players for a long time, and this is definitely a well-deserved look at a PNC and a well-played showing so far. As down towards the bottom, we have Australia, Chinese Taipei, Poland, UK, all trying to climb their way up, have some good games, close out on a high note. Then you jump up to Norway, Philippines, and then it's a bit of a difference between Indonesia, Denmark, that 80-point mark.
So Indonesia up to 4th place is only separated by 21 points, and that is very doable, especially because of how many points are being sponged up by Vietnam. As we head into Rondo, a huge opportunity, a lot of moving to be done in this top 9, I would say, of this match as we head into the final Rondo of PNC 2025.
Unbelievable stuff we're seeing. Just a run of dominance like no other. Vietnam, how much further can they get ahead of everybody else? How much higher can they climb? That's what I'm here about now. I want to see them just 16 kills, 15 kills every game the rest of the way. I just want to see them just dominate.
Yeah.
Just dominate. They're going to by far have the highest average points per game, and not just because of the recall system and the extra points that are going to be put into the pool anyway.
No,
they are blowing everything out of the water.
I don't even think they've really abused that many extra kills off of a recall system, right? It's just come down to their immaculate play, their amazing fundamentals, their awareness. The IGLing from Delwyn has been just out of this world, stellar. I mean, they've just been an unstoppable force, and you know what? I'm fine with them dominating like this. If they want to continue having games like this and show the world how damn good they are, I'm here for it.
I'm all about it. Just I want to be there for the ride, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm here for. I wouldn't mind seeing China step up here in the last couple of games as well. Really solidify their 2nd place finish.
Yeah, at the same time, I'm excited to see if China gets challenged. I'm excited to see what 3rd place can do. I mean, again, it is getting very tight, and China have not had the best of day at all. So that means that they're going to have a lot more pressure, not really to win at this point, but to make sure they maintain 2nd place. And this is a sick circle. That's what I'm talking about. Tin Long, all the way down to the south. We do see this area around Hongshan quite often, but this should be a really fun one.
Curious about the USA. The area around Hongshan is like pretty open, actually.
It is.
So you kind of gotta like, if you're gonna gamble on it, you gotta like pick a side. It's really kind of weird. Like, if you guess correctly, you're in a phenomenal position. You're gonna crush.
If you guess incorrectly, that's gonna be a really disappointing game. And right now, I mean, they're split, they're looting. But yeah, I imagine Hongshan is going to be where they want to end up. You can also see to their west, it's gonna be the Philippines, Germany. Also, actually, within the circle, we've seen them generally, they're usually the ones that rotate the furthest every game to the circle. They have no qualms at all with taking their time and coming in late. In fact, it's what they do well. It's what works for them. But right now, they're also just right in this circle already. And also, for how much landmass there is, it's kind of unlucky how much of the south is cut off, because that's just all unplayable area.
Yeah, you're right. I'm also looking at 10-Trip drifting closer to Germany players.
Yep.
You got to be wondering, like, oh, can we even get in a glider this game? Like, not only is the circle not necessarily like the best for it, but with how close the Philippines are, you got to be thinking, do we risk it?
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. I mean, he's not even just drifting. He is just straight up moving in that direction now, getting danger close to them as Argentina they've had a good day, man. They've been really impressing me today. Just South America in general, every time we come out to PNC over the last couple of years, since we've kind of merged the Americas, they've been practicing in our region, they've been learning, they've been leveling up. I think they take the game very seriously. They have had wonderful results here at PNC year after year.
Yeah, they're top 8 again. And, you know, credit to Kapitan, his first time as an IGL, first time as a player. He's coached before, but now he gets the opportunity to be in the server. And again, rough first day, fine. They recover and they do great. And there it is, there it is, there it is.
I hate when we're right, but it comes at the cost of other players' lives.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. But he is just, he's another one of those players that just has that instinct. He knows how to go out, get that first kill. And even if he doesn't necessarily like get it cleanly and the other team can respond, you saw this on day one, like when Poland, he took him on 1v3.
Yeah, no, 10 trip, again, my favorite part about PNC, besides seeing incredible play from like teams like Vietnam, kind of just shutting it out and really just proving how good they are, is just, and we talked about this at the beginning of the show, watching players that are lesser known from regions that may be lesser known really shine, right? We saw it with France in the survivals, what they're capable of. You know, inexperience got the better of them, but now we're seeing it with 10 trip, we've seen it with TD. I mean, just so many good players from these countries that don't really get a lot of shine, but now they absolutely will because they are on the map. Everyone's eyeballs are on them and they see how damn good these players really are.
Yep. Right there with you. Argentina just fanning out a little bit to the west. And you have Korea in an emergency pickup already, right out of stadium early. Where are they going to drop? Because if you go into Hongshan, you're going to have problems.
Yeah, problems indeed. China also rotating now into the circle on the northeast side. They're going to be going tentatively right next to Australia, who are currently sitting in a less than desirable spot, but every game is an opportunity for them to at least climb one or two positions if they can finish strong.
There's nothing here for Korea. Chinese Taipei is fanned out on the very southern edge of the map. I don't know where in the world they're planning on going. Meanwhile, Brazil looking to take an edge of Hongshan, seemingly based on what we could see with their waypoint pings. Trying to go a little bit to the east of it and scoot in. There are a few things you can do, but this is problematic for Korea. Oh boy. Now Rush had an opportunity, could not get the bullets to go where he wanted them to. Seoul, though, aware of his position. Here come the reinforcements.
This is a big fight here for Korea if they can close this one out. Leo, though, might stop that one right where it started. Raining is going to get flushed out. 3 members now and a trade almost there. Nope, it is there. Seoul's going to find the nade onto Leo. And so a 3v3 now. Seoul, though, is going to get found. It's going to be Chai Wei. And this is not looking good for Korea.
No, it is going to be really tough to recover from this, potentially. Yumi gonna have to go absolutely huge.
That is devastating. Dude, I'm pissed for him.
Everything blocks bullets in this game except for Windows.
That's a tilt. I am genuinely upset for him. That was actually a beautiful spray. He probably would have got that knock too.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, Salute now the last one alive.
And now you look to survive as Salute and see if you can somehow pull off a res. That's the only option here left for him. Can't really do much else. Great reactions by Chinese Taipei. Never really looked that bothered in that fight.
No, I mean, aside from that first knock, they recovered beautifully. And so it's going to be Salute and Korea that are sent running. And I imagine because of the position, because Circle's still in, Salute's not going to be able to get those chips. He's not going to be able to go for a res. In fact, we didn't even really take a chance to look at the res stations that are available in the Circle. I don't even think there are any in the South. Like, I mean, where they're playing in the South.
Exactly. There's like one way over to the west, but that's pretty far away. There's not one in Tinlong Garden, is there? I don't think so.
There might be, but I can't see at this point. Yeah, I don't know.
Not easy, regardless.
Not a lot of options, and that goes, I mean, for Chinese Taipei, they still need to res their member as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, they actually got him. He got knocked, that's right. Leo got knocked, they got him up. So they don't have to deal with that. And most of the teams now have opted, dude, what is this in Jadena City? What is going on?
Oh my God, what in the world? Is Indonesia like just waiting? Are they just gonna let being nice guys and let everybody drive by? Because UK's already kind of through. Yeah, no, they're all the way through.
They're all the way through. It's just Norway now that have to squeeze past, and they've already let UK through, so curious if they're going to strike. And the east side of this circle, for all intents and purposes, is wide open for both Norway and UK as long as they get there.
Yeah. If this starts shifting away from the water sooner rather than later, like, there's still a bunch of open real estate over there. So
especially in the northeast.
yeah. Oh, here we go. We are getting the fight inside of Jadena City. Asking you shall receive. Oh my God, that he just got out of the car, man. Leave him alone.
Give him a chance.
Just no, Imas is just not giving anybody a chance. This is crazy, dude.
Okay, recoverable though from Brazil. We have seen their resilience. We've seen them take the fight before to Vietnam and finding a moderate level of success before getting third-partied. So it's possible, but Vietnam currently with 4 strong. Imas is about to heal, and it's Brazil with 1 member down that have to deal with this on the back foot.
Yeah, BL, that's a great angle.
Oh, he needed that so bad. He needed that knock.
Ooh. Delwyn, just a sliver of HP left. Gets out, but now you're nervous. Now you're nervous for Brazil because you gave him a chance.
Right. And that one trade possibility just barely didn't get him. Solozzi taking damage from somewhere, though, off in the distance. I think it might be the UK.
Okay. Well, Brazil might be in a bit of a stalemate. Oh, Sparking. Thinking about
Or Australia.
Thinking about something.
Someone was third-partying that fight. Got some damage onto them.
I think you're right. I think it was us. Oh, bye-bye.
Oh, man, and that's a rough one for Korea.
He was trying to get over that res station. That's over in the city on the bank of the river.
Yeah.
Could not get there, though. That is a long journey over to Rinjiang.
Not quite. Let's see what this circle is going. Oh, my. What? What is that shift?
This is going to end down by that mountain that Jai Wei is on. I've never seen one this far down.
I've never seen one this far south. And the other thing, Paper, is there's still a significant amount of water in this.
I saw one end by the mountains by Rinjiang once, but that's it. That's the furthest, or the furthest south I've ever seen one. As the Philippines are just harassing Germany. Poland has scooched by that. Lil Ghost got up into an emergency pickup, is looking for info while the other 3 members have an open compound over on the east. But yeah, dude, this is bizarre. I don't know if I've ever even seen this part of the map. I might have driven through it once.
I don't think I've ever traveled this far down, like that far below Tin Long is kind of crazy. UK fighting a battle as we move back to Vietnam, and okay, dude, Solozzi is gonna almost single-handedly take out Brazil.
He do it with a micro Uzi? Is that what I saw in his hands there? Like, just styling on him, dude. They are crazy good. Poland actually did get a knock over Denmark, trying to take down Chai Wei, and they will. He went for the vehicle, and he did not get very far. Just must have not known that Denmark was there, despite him having kind of some high ground and stuff, but so be it. There's the UK.
Yeah, and you can see all these teams trying to jock for position, but it's just, there's really not that much space to play. With so much land currently being cut out by that river on the south, but you can see also, I really like the way that the Philippines is trying to hold out Germany. That setup is really strong. They didn't just get a knock. But the main issue is going to be Poland. Having to fight and share that space with Poland is a real issue, and this could actually help Germany out.
No way, James. He's up in a glider? No way. Come on.
Oh, headshot and a body shot. Clean 1-2. What an animal.
That is hard to do. Marsalek has found weakness. So all of a sudden, this fight is 3 ways. The Philippines, Poland, and Germany. Pufa, the only one alive for Poland. Marsalek only knocked, but hasn't been flushed. Getting shot in the back now. It's actually Denmark from afar. And you can see Pufa looking at him like, come on, guys. Like, there's already 3 teams here. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Is it not